Welcome to BrickTrains, and I'm Joey, and we're going to do a little bit of a city update. I think this will be update number 2. So, Grand Emporium. This is one of my modulars. It's pretty dusty. Forgive the dust. Oh, we're going to have to adjust right off the bat. What happened here? Let's get that in there. Okay. So, previously, the way I did my city, well, let me back up one more step. Previously, we had a traveling layout that we used. So the modulars would get picked up and boxed. We have boxes that they all fit in. And then we would take them to the train shows that me and my wife used to do. COVID's pretty much shut down all train shows, Lego shows, all of it. In fact, the one train show that we used to do quite regularly has disbanded, a casualty of COVID. So now I'm ready to pretty much permanently put my modulars, my Lego city on the permanent layout. I got one. Let's just get them done and get them on there. So one of the things that I used to do with the traveling layout, 32 by 32 base plates, everything fit in 10 by 10 boxes, so it was modular. It was pretty easy to set up, pretty quick. We would pull them out, put them on the layout, boom, we're gone. Now, it was a racetrack, oval, so multiple trains running around the outside. The modulars just set inside. Space is a premium. Space is always a premium in a Lego city. What I did was moved all of my modules forward. Okay, so basically 6 studs forward, which pushed the sidewalks that come with the modules off the base plate. Okay, so here's the green base plate in the back. If you'll notice, this building, let's take this apart real quick. I've added these sections, which are exactly 6 wide, and let's see, I made these all modular too. I'm not sure I can get this one loose. Not sure how it was. I think it's actually stuck. Yeah. Okay. So that's the original. That's the original side of that one. And I'll lay these down before they fall down and shatter on the ground. I think this is actually part of that building. So is this. And this is the same way over here. I have this little extra hotel section. So we're going to pull these off, lay it down so it doesn't hit the floor. And the same thing here. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm not sure how it's kind of built in. So I'm going to have to, yeah, it's not built in that much. Seems to be one tile there for some reason. We'll have to look at that. Okay, so Lego destruction. Woo, pieces flying everywhere. So then, these were my roads. Okay, so these are actually 7 wide with a stud area, and then the rest of it was road, and then another row of studs, which gave you like an outside line, which worked fine for my traveling layout. Again, a regular 32 by 32 base plate was a lot of wasted space. I wanted to maximize the number of trains running. This was for a show, so we wanted lots of movement, lots of trains running. People wanted to see trains at a train show, specifically a train show. They wanted to see trains. So, man, these are dirty. These have been in boxes in a trailer, brought down in a basement. I don't want to use these anymore. What I want to use. Okay, so here's the way these work. To put them up against there, we would essentially just build these around them. I had some that were corresponding, that actually had the whatever tiling pattern that Lego had in the model. There's corresponding versions of these that matched the modules. So now, the new road plates have come out, and I like them better. In fact, it's always best to use whatever's current with Lego versus trying to track down these. I probably bought I bought a bunch of these. I have a lot of these, and I'm going to use these. I'll show you over there in the layout. We'll go over to the layout in a minute. I use these on the bottom of the new Lego road plates, kind of as the base plate, because the new, well, not the new, the whole layout is done on Mills plates. So L gauge, if you will, which is a base plate. In my case, is a base plate, a brick, and then a plate. That's the height of my Mills plate. Mills stands for something. Modular. I don't know. It'll show up down here. It was created so that groups of people could build layouts and scenes and stuff and put them together, and they had a consistent base or platform to work from. There's a website for it. I'll put the link in the description. It's all pretty cool. So all my build modulars now are going to be on Mills plates. I got about more than half of them are converted over to the Mills plates, and they've all been moved back to their original position, except they're now on Mills plates. So we take the standard 32 by 32 base plate that they came on, put the row of bricks and whatever filler bricks we need inside, and then we plate it out the top. I try to plate it in the color that the building came with. So if it came with a green base plate, like in the case of this one sitting on a green base plate, if it came with green base plate, then I tile it with green. Not tile it, I plate it with green. I put green plates on there, or tan plates or gray plates. The only exception to that is in the front where the sidewalk's going to be, you're going to end up with a lip, and we'll see that here in a second. And I try to make that a solid dark bluish gray to match the roads. So let's get over to the layout and look at the new plates on the layout. Okay, so we're over here at the layout, and here are the new road plates. All right, that's just a basic 16 by 16 road plate, and I'm just going to stick that back there. And as we come along, there's the Nesquik Bunny. Dakota's been playing, so the cars are all over the place, including a train controller. Okay, so the fire station. So here, let's get the Batmobile out of the way. This is basically how we're doing it. Here's the lip that I was talking about. So the road plate, the new road plates, if you see, those are those old road plates that I used, 16 by 16, and I'm just using them as essentially a spacer to get them to the right height. Okay, and you can see the old modular. This one's been moved back into its original place, and then we'll tile out the original sidewalk. Same with this one. So here we got the brick bank, we have the town hall, here's the fire department, and then the garage around the corner. Now this one I plated, and I used tan plates because I believe it came with the tan base plate originally. And as you can see, there's that lip I'm talking about. I don't like that, so I'm gonna have to change that to dark bluish gray. I actually built this knowing I was going to do the Mills plate modules, and when I built it, I just tanned it out, not thinking about this lip. So I had to go back and fix that. But I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to put 1x4 tiles in here to finish that, and I'm still trying to figure out something here to make like an entrance, right? So you have like a curved entrance or something, or an angled entrance. I don't know. We'll work on that. Something that makes it getting into this garage better, and probably here at the fire station too. So that's the new road plates in my modular city. We also were talking about, look, there's another tire, Dakota. I was also asked about planning. How do I plan my city? So let's go to the computer and look at that. Okay, so here's BlueBrick. This is the software that I use to plan my Lego city. I have a couple things that I want to mention here. The wide radius track is not part of BlueBrick directly. It is an official part that you can add, or track that you can add. You have to go to the vendors' websites. I think BlueBrick has a link to the different vendors that make the wide radius track. I'll put links in the description to where you can get all that if you want to use BlueBrick. There are others. This is just the one that I use. So the wide radius track, the two loops of wide radius track, that's one is the interior is R104 and the exterior is R120 wide radius track. The other thing that I kind of want to mention here, the dark colored roads, the going around the Grand Emporium, the cafe corner, the modulars, and then down in front of the diner and the police station, that is a image or part that I've created and put into BlueBrick. BlueBrick is very open on how you can put parts in. Literally, you just need an image. So you can either go into, you can go into Paint if you're using Microsoft. I don't know what the equivalent would be on an Apple product. I'm not even sure if this works on Apple. If there's a BlueBrick version or not. I'm going to specifically just deal with Windows. So you can just create an image. You have to get the sizing kind of correct. Usually what I do is I just pick something that was already the same size, like a 16 by 16, which is what these were. So I picked a 16 by 16 pre-existing road, used that for my image, and I used Photoshop, and then I changed the image to look like the road plate. I also created a little half one here with the walkway across it. There's an XML file that you can just edit. It's just a text file, just a simple XML file. You have to associate that with the picture, and really all you're doing is dropping that into a folder. I really didn't mean for this to become a tutorial. I just wanted to mention that, or a tutorial for how to use BlueBrick or how to make parts. I just wanted to mention that it is easily done. It's really not that complicated to do. So with that being said, those are my road plates. So if you download BlueBrick, you're not going to see those road plates, and you're probably not going to see the wide radius track immediately. You're going to have to kind of import those in. So we have a few major streets here. Let's kind of look at what we got for planning. Well, we have the Baker Street and we have Broadway. I haven't named the rest of the streets going around the modulars. So besides the new roads that we can see in there and the names for all the modulars, we also have a planned treehouse, which is the treehouse Lego set. You can see the large Paradisa section. That's my wife's. There's a large Western section, which has not really been detailed out, nor has the Paradisa in BlueBrick, but they do definitely exist, and most of those were set up and came in from the traveling layout. So the last little section down here at the bottom is there's an L&N depot and a Greyhound, the blue and white checkered. There's a Greyhound depot, bus depot in Evansville, Indiana, where I live. I'm going to mock that building. It's a very interesting building. It has lots of curves, Art Deco style. It's going to be tough. The L&N Depot, I've already mocked, built it. It's on the layout. So the bottom half here is going to be more mocks. The western section is more mocks. Paradisa is kind of a mix because, my wife takes the sets and she's built up all the sets, but then she's also kind of changing them, or she's taken a couple and put them together to make bigger. We've all seen that. We see that it's a popular thing to do with the modulars, to take multiple modular buildings and make them bigger. So she's kind of doing that. And we have a tiny little railroad yard, and if you notice, we have a spur track that goes all the way up between the back side of the city and the Paradisa and the western section. That's it's really dead space. It ended up being dead space, and I thought, you know what, I can run a piece of track in there, and we can park a train back there, because my grandson loves to have extra trains on the layout. So that's the update for my roads. Yeah, changing them all to the new road plates. Working with the mills, I think it worked pretty good. We're going to do some more updates with the layout. Hopefully I'll get better at this. I'm sure the audio is going to be choppy as I've moved from one camera to the other and one position to another and whatever. So stick with it. Hopefully I'll get better at this, doing these updates on the layout. If there's something you saw and you want me to tell you about it, let me know. I mentioned that L&N depot a minute ago. There it is. And right beside it's where that bus station's going to go. So that's the city update. Thanks for watching. So thanks for sticking around this long in the video. If you've never been this far in one of my videos, then this is where we do the comment contest. So, comment contest. That 16 by 16 road plate that I used originally in my traveling layout, what was the part number? First correct answer in the comments, and I'll pin you to the top.